Yo guys, how y'all doing? So, you guys wanted to know how Qingyi plays, how she feels like, so this is going to be a comprehensive, simple and fast video explaining all of the details, everything, how does she works, right? So, without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? So, if you guys thought ZZZ was going to be a masher game, and y'all love to mash, y'all are going to love this character. I'ma just be honest with y'all, and I'ma just show you why. So just let's get this out of the way. Impact is her main stat, okay? So we are going to focus on building impact on her, okay? Okay, now let's go into the next topic. Her core skill and additional passive. So her core skill works this following way. Whenever she uses her last attack of her auto combo chain, and you guys are seeing it right now, the big long ass hit, she generates 5 stacks of restraint, which is her unique system of stacks. And it can stack up to 20 times. For every stack, the enemy stun damage multiplier is increased by 3%, so the damage she takes whenever she's right? So if you manage to use the last attack of her auto attack chain 4 times before stunning it, you're going to have it maxed. And your whole team is going to deal more damage to it. Basically 60% more damage while stunned. So you guys can already see she's going to be amazing with Jane Doe, right? By the way, if you do her whole special moves to consume her bar, to do a more complex final move on her combo string before that big long hit, she gets an extra stack per each hit that she deals before that big ass hit. So if you can do that total final combo string, you're going to be able to get on max stacks in only 2 combos instead of doing 4. And by the way, if you manage to do a perfect dodge before doing the final big long hit, she's going to generate 10 stacks, so it's basically already half of it done. So basically, if you guys do the whole complex final combo string and manage to perfect dodge before the big hit, you guys are already set, already max stacks, already ready to go. And whenever the character is stunned, all of those stacks are reset. So ideally, you should get all those 20 stacks before getting it stunned. This way, you can maximize the damage, because again, the stacks are simply lost whenever the stun ends. So, her passive is actually pretty simple. You just need an attacker on the team or a character of her faction. So, either any other attacker or a cop, a Neps, right? By having that active, the days that she deals on her basic attacks is increased by 20%. And for every impact point, every impact stat that she has above 120, she gains 6 attack points, up to 600 max attack, which is amazing to be honest. And that's why you should focus firstly on building her impact points, right? So building impact on her is going to be great. This is probably going to be 4 impact discs with impact substats to easily get into that 220 impact. After that, she doesn't get extra damage from the impact, so you might as well use different substats or main stats on other discs to give her advantage on other things. Unless you just want her to daze super fast and then you just keep on building that impact all the way. Her unique mechanic is basically that small bar under her HP that you guys are seeing right now. And it has kind of a breakthrough mechanic whenever it reaches 75%, but having it at 100% before activating it is going to be the best way to use it, and I'm going to explain y'all now why. Basically, every electro damage that you deal with her is going to help increase or accumulate that bar. The first attacks of her combo deal physical damage and not electro, so these don't count, right? Only electro. But starting from her third attack of her chain, so the one that you can keep on spamming, they start accumulating towards building that bar. Her special also deals electro damage, both the EX and non-EX version. So if you don't have enough bar, but you just want to fill that to use the final blow, you might as well spam a little bit of the non-EX special. By the way, the fastest way of filling that bar is casting her complete EX special. So firstly, whenever you use her EX, she's going to go into the air and do a little spin. But if you keep holding the special button, she's going to deal more attacks while spinning on the air. And that's going to increase the bar even further, so it's going to fill it even faster. So now that y'all know how to fill the bar, I'm going to explain you how to use it effectively. Basically, as I've told y'all before, whenever the bar is at least at 75%, and you guys can see that little marker on the bar over there, will allow you to not only unlock different variation of her combo string, but it will also increase the damage and daze caused by this new variation and the final big long hit. Basically, every 1% above 75%, so every little bit, each percent above that marker on her bar is going to increase her damage by 1% and the daze dealt by 0.5%. So the cap is basically extra 25% on that final combo string and 12.5% extra daze. So it's super worth it maxing it out before casting that huge final combo string, right? Her EX again is pretty simple. It triggers a combo string that deals some electro damage. Her EX though has two options to activate it. You either just press the EX button and she's going to do some combos, go into the air, do a little spin, and then an attack. If you keep holding it though, she's going to do extra spins while in the air, again dealing more extra damage, dealing more hits to help build up her restrain passive, and also building up that bar of her faster. So super worth it using the hold EX attack to be more efficient. Also, she's invulnerable while doing her EX, so you might as well cast it to dodge enemy attacks. It's super worth it since it has a big iframe window. Her chain attack's pretty simple. She just deals multiple electro attacks in a large area, so basically an AoE, and also, of course, she's invulnerable while doing it. Her ultimate's pretty simple. It's just like her chain attack, but after those big AoE hits, she just goes and deals a big final hit, dealing a lot of electro damage. So, her dupes, MINDSCAPES, Cinema, whoever you guys prefer, I'm explaining it as simple as possible, so basically the ones that I feel that truly change her gameplay. So her first dupe, her first Cinema, MINDSCAPE, whatever, gives her 100% of that bar that she has under her HP whenever she enters the field. Not only that, but also allows her to accumulate that bar 30% faster. Also, while she's doing that final big combo string, which she does a lot of hits and does the big long one in the end, she also reduces the target defense by 15% and increases the crit rate of the enemy that takes that hit by 20%, and that lasts 15 seconds. So it's super worth it, especially if you're doing shield defense of a couple of mobs, to try to line them and then just do that big hit, because then, that is, if you have her M1, C1, whatever, her first dupe, because it's going to enable a lot more damage coming from your team. After that, I would say the only other dupe that seems interesting, at least to me, is her 6th dupe. So her 6th MINDSCAPE, her 6th Cinema, which basically, whenever she's doing that last big combo string, which is a couple of hits and then does the big long one, it will also lower the enemy all res types, so all of them, by 20%. Doesn't matter the elements, all of the elemental res by 20%. And it lasts by 15 seconds. Not only that, that additional combo strings that she does will also have the crit damage increased by 100%. So it is pretty good, especially because of the res reduction that will enable a huge burst window for Zui1 or even other characters. Maybe you want to use it to deal a disorder with an anomaly, will also increase the bang that the disorder will deal. So super good for both options. Her W engine is actually pretty interesting. So basically, every basic attack will generate one stack of a T. Those stacks last 8 seconds each, and they're all calculated separately, okay? Every of those stacks gives her 0.7% impact, and these can stack up to 30 times. So at max, you get 24% more impact, which is a lot, to be honest. And those percentages, of course, both of them increase whenever you get more weapon dupes, just to be obvious. If the character that she's using the weapon already has 15 stacks, all of the team, again, all of the team characters are going to deal 20% increased damage to that enemy, which is huge. So that basically turns her not only a stunner, but also a support character, because it's basically increasing the damage output. So just like, for example, Nicole would do by reducing the enemy defense, she is basically doing by increasing the damage that your team deals. So that weapon is pretty interesting, not gonna lie. And it doesn't have elemental damage tied to it anywhere. So that weapon's going to be good for every stunner, I guess. At least the ones that attack with a high frequency, right? That deals a lot of damages per second. A lot of individual hits per second, sorry. Yo boy, so now I'm just gonna show y'all how to play with her, right? The different things that she can do that I've talked throughout the video, just to be more clear to y'all. So basically, I'm just show y'all the controller here. If y'all go and do her normal attack, is the normal physical, right? If I keep on mashing the attack non-stop, she's going to do this shock attacks that don't stop. Just a go and go and go and go on. If I release it after there was a little thing there, and I'm showing y'all again, she's just going to do this finisher, right? Now I'm going to do it before the thing happens. So before the thing, she deals a lesser attack with less hits, less damage, right? Now I'm gonna do it again so you guys can see the thing that I'm talking about. See, just happened. I released it and she dealt that more complex attack, right? Now onto her hold attack. If you just hold this attack without having her bar filled, her bar over here, see, you guys can see it's empty. If I just hold it, she's just going to do that hit. So now that her bar is full, if I just hold it and release as soon as she starts animation, she's going to do an enhanced version of that hit, right? So I'm gonna hold it, and there it is. She did an enhanced version of it that has a longer range and does more damage, more days, and all of that. Now, if I have that bar filled and I hold the attack button without releasing it, something different happens. As y'all can see now, it is full, and if I just hold it and don't release it, it's going to do 5 attacks before that enhanced version of the hold attack, right? And that's one of the best ways to build out her passive, right? The 20 stacks that increase the damage multiplier whenever the enemy is stunned. Now onto her special. If I just press her special, she's going to do this, as you guys seen it previously on the video. Now, her normal EX, if you just tap it, she's going to spin sometimes in the air, right? But if you hold it, she's going to spin a little more, so accumulating more stacks. And that's one of the best ways to get it with the hold attack button whenever she has her full bar, dealing those 5 hits before the long one. Holding the EX special is also one of the best ways to build up her stacks. And that's the animation. As you guys can see, she dealt like 2 to 4 more hits while in the air. I don't really remember how many it was. And the last thing that I want to show y'all is that if you guys go back into that spam mode, and then whenever you're there, you press the dodge button, press the analog, she's going to dodge, and still, if you keep mashing, you're going to still be able to continue doing it. And you can just do it to avoid their attacks while spamming. So yeah, if you guys love to mash it, there it is, your solution. You can finally mash carefree on ZZZ. And yeah, that's pretty much it on her different inputs and different variety of skills and attacks and etc. So yeah boys, that was pretty much it. Hopefully the video made sense. Hopefully it's short and sweet. Hopefully you guys understand how to play Qingyi and her possibilities, her combos and all of that. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my Twitch. If you are seeing this video the moment that I released it, I'm probably doing a short stream grinding a little bit more of WUWA, ZZZ and then HSR, because I'm a newbie in HSR. I'm still doing the Bella Box story. I'm literally at the beginning. So if you guys want to join up to talk about anything, theories, theory crafting, builds, lore, leaks, whatever it is, you all are more than welcome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.